everyone, welcome to my Come and Learn channel. So today I am going to be using two of the techniques I've showed you in my previous videos, which is chalking and stamping. So I just wanted to, in this tutorial, to use two of the techniques we've already looked at, plus one new thing which I didn't show before, which will be tying a ribbon in a bow. Last week we've looked at how to tie a ribbon in a knot, so that's what I'm going today. The reason I'm using chalk again, because I did have a request from last week's video to show how I chalk using, you know, one image instead of several images together. So this is what I'm hoping to do. My plan is to use this stamp set here, which is Howdy Doody Baby stamps by My Mind's Eye, and I'm going to be using this stamp here. You have my whole heart for my whole life. This one here, this is my plan, and use the banners on top there. So I will be chalking these, so chalking one image at a time. So hopefully, you know, I will be answering your request, which is to chalk one stamp image, just to show one stamp image. So this will be done separately. It's not like this card here where I have layered several, you know, stamp images together. So hopefully this will meet your request. If it doesn't, please leave me another comment and I will make sure to address that in my next video. So first of all, I am going to score my card. Let me show you how I do that. Using an embossing tool. An embossing tool looks like this here. Sometimes there's only one end, but this one has two ends. This one is by Fiskars, and they have like, hopefully you can see that, like a very tiny ball at the head there, and they are different size. You can use this to emboss, which I will be demonstrating in future videos. So, but you can also use it to score your card. You can use this or a bone folder, but I believe scoring with a bone folder is much more common. So I wanted to show you how to do that. Okay, this is my trimmer. Now, if you do not know how to look at the numbers on a trimmer, this one is by Fiskars, and it goes right down to 15.5 inches, about 40 centimeters. The ruler is a pull-out one. I will link a video down below where I made a tutorial exclusively on how to read the numbers on your trimmer and how to score your cards and stuff like that, so you can have a look. Okay, so this is a regular A5 card. It's half of A4. If you put two like this together, then you will get an A4 size paper. So I'm going to be taking it and then scoring it in half. So on my trimmer, I am going to slide it to 7.5. Sorry, I'm going to slide it to 10.5. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and run it through here. There's a groove in here, so just run your embossing tool here. That makes the folding much easier, as you can see here. It just helps you to crease it. So once I've done that, I have my base card. This is the area I want to work with. Okay, I know I want to layer with some pattern paper, but I also want to layer with this. I want to do my chalking on here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this first. put my card aside for now, and let's get the stamp out. So first of all, let's work on the banner. So they are together as a stamp, and what I want to do, I want to cut them and separate them. It's totally fine to do that. You can still use them together if you want to in the future, just by, you know, adhering them to your acrylic block together, just like that. So if ever you do want to use them together, and because your block is clear, you can also do one at a time, because after you've stamped down, by the time you take your second stamp, you can clearly see where you want to place it. So today I'm going to be using them separately. Because I'm chalking and I'm going to cut around them, I might as well just place them like this here, and then use my embossing ink. Ink this up, stamp, and then we're going to chalk. So this is the Stamping Pastels by Stampin' Up. I'll try and open this, and this is what it looks like. So I'm going to be using a cotton ball to add my chalk. So each one will be a different pastel color. I will be using these pegs to hold them, so I'm hoping to use the yellow and the pink and the blue. So these three colors. So let's try to keep our palette similar color. So I'm going to pick up some lemony color here, not too bright, quite soft, and then show you how I do that. I'm going to add chalk on this one here. Focus please, focus. Need to zoom out a little bit so it stays in focus. Okay, so I'm going to be adding my chalk to it. Can you see how it just, the ink just picks up on my chalk? And you can dab, you can rub it until you are happy with the color you've put down. Okay, the next one, I'm going to just turn the cotton ball around and use a clean side, and I'm going to be picking up on some what did we say, pink. So get some pink here and just add it on my stamped image. And then moving on to, it looks purple, so I may have to adjust my camera. Manual setting, go on the third one, manual, and yeah, I'm gonna go on fine so that it picks up the right color. Sometimes it depends on the lighting in the room. That's how I need to play with my camera to know which one to pick. And then we're gonna go for a pastel blue, which on my palette it would be this one, and just add it here. Okay, the yellow even though it looks quite pastely here, comes out much darker, but that's fine. Right, so once I have these down, I know I would like to be adding chalk onto this as well. So again, this is a whole image. I thought the middle one is separate. So what we're going to do now is place it on here, and what I'm hoping to do is ink the middle and the around use chalk. So I'm going to ink the whole thing because I am going to stamp this again using ink. You'll see in a minute. So then I'm just going to be adding this over here, stamp properly, and then adding chalk just on the frame. So I need to decide which color to use. My base card is this here. This is my color palette, isn't it? So I need to decide. I think I'm just going to go for depending which paper I'm going to be using, another pastel color. I'm going to go for green, make it nice colorful one. So picking up a very light green, but I don't know which color it will come on here. So this green, I'm okay with that. I'm not really worried about the middle part. I'm going to cover that up anyway. So there you have it. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and cut them. When I'm cutting them, I'm just leaving a very, very tiny bit of white to show, just like that. Okay. For this one here, I am going to be using my trimmer to cut around it. Like so. Okay, now what I'm going to do next, when I'm looking at this one here, I don't particularly like the white around here, and it already has some nice shape to the frame anyway. So I'm just gonna go in and cut around it and just follow the actual shape of the stamp. Okay, that's done. Now I have some twine which I intend to use on the card. Now let's try to put this card together. This is my idea, and I was gonna have them on the peg. Again, this is an idea I have, you know, in mind. Whether it will work or not, I don't know yet. And then I was gonna have the ribbon tie around the bow would be coming here, and then the stickers will be coming here. So I need to think about my layout now, whether, you know, I'm happy with that. So just need a minute to think I'm just gonna take my stickers out, and the one I wanted to use, again, I want to keep to this color palette. That's why I picked this. Looks really nice. I was originally going to use this. This is going to be too big for this project. So there's a couple there which looks nice. I can either go for this pink or this one. I think I'm gonna go for this one here. So I'm trying to find a balance now. If I have something going on here, and then I have a bow here, this empty space here doesn't make it too balanced. So I need to reorganize everything. So maybe have this here. And then this one here, and then the bow over here, but the bow would be in line with my banner. I think that would work. So I'm just trying to think though, if I do want to do the bow with this and then have the banner and then move this over here and then this here. But then again, I have the same problem. Okay, so I'm just going to settle down with having this in the middle and probably have everything centered. Let me have a go at this. Then have it straight like that. I think that would look cute. And then have, you know, this composition where everything is more center based. Have the space over here balanced with that one. Then it means I will not be showing how to tie a bow on this card. Never mind, then this will be in my next video. I'm gonna go ahead with this one here. So let me go ahead first, put this on the side, and I wanted to add some pattern paper on here, so let's see which paper I wanted to use anyway. I don't want a busy background, too busy. This will be too overpowering. I think I'm going to go for this one, this squared background. Okay, so first of all, let me trim this paper. I don't want to use the end of it. I can use this for another project. Like so, and I need to trim around here. I think I will round the corners first using a corner chomper. Okay, now let's arrange everything back on here. need to add the pegs just to see how far up I need to place the envelope. So if I have them like so, and then I have my string on top there, and then I have this here with my stickers on the side. However, I think I am going to keep it, move it to the side, have a bow here and this over here. Yeah, finally I will be able to use the bow, so I just had to put things together to see where I'm going with it. So I am going to be picking my ribbon. I wanted to use a beige ribbon, and this one is by Stampin' Up. This one here, it's the Gros Grain ribbon. Just gonna pull it out. I have a video on how I keep my ribbons organized. Again, this will be linked in the description bar below. Right, so first of all, before I stick anything down, I want to do the bow first, because I want to attach the bow to this piece of card, and then the string will be on top there. So let's put everything aside and let's do the bow first. Now, to tie a bow, when I'm tying a bow, I like to have my string quite long. I'd rather have more than I need than less, because it helps me to tie the bow. So right on left, and then this underneath it. Let's try that again. My left ribbon is longer than my right one, okay? And then left on right, on top, and then under, pull like so, and then keep a finger right here. When you're pulling, make sure you're not pulling too much that your card is curling. Pull down, put your finger here, and then the left one, just make a loop and hold it here. Okay, then I'm using my thumb on my left hand to let go of my right index holding it down. Use my left thumb to hold it, and then make a loop on this side. Okay, then right on left, like this here, and then the left one, which is under, pull it through this hole here. I have my finger inside the hole so that, you know, I know where to pull it. And once I get it on the other side, I just pull. So it would look quite messy. All it needs now is some adjusting. So just pull and then adjust. Hardly ever comes out looking exactly the same every time. It's a handmade bow, so you will get different looking bows. What's really important is, you know, you just follow the step I've showed you. And again, if you want to make sure that they don't come undone or anything like that, after you've tightened them up really well, takes a bit of adjusting at times, as you can see I'm doing here. Once you are happy with it, then what you need to do is just use your glue dots to hold it down. So I'm just going to be using my glue dot here and hold it down at the back to hold it close to the paper. And you may even add some here as well to hold the tail down if you want to. Now this is the bow on my card. I want to have flat. So I'm going to go ahead and add my adhesives to the back. ATG gun, but for now, let's go ahead and place this on the card. And while I'm placing down, I'm already looking around, make sure, you know, the edge is balanced. Then stick it down. Okay, next would place this down here so I know where to place these little guys here. Like that. And then my string will go at the back, just to give the illusion they're hanging onto the screen, onto the string, but I want them to pop up. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this down. Because my ATG gun needs to be loaded again, I'm just gonna be using this Tombow mono glue. You may think I have forgotten about my sentiment, but I haven't. So I'm going to come back in here. Now I'm going to ink my stamp using Hero Hues. This is the Poppy, chalk ink in Poppy, and I'm just going to stamp this down. So now I'm going to cut the inside. Now, next step would be to just mount this onto my card. Like this. But I want to pop it up. So I'm just going to be using some pop dots. I'm using the This to That foam dots. If I can open it. Just to add some dimensions onto the card. And then using these again, pop them up. So I'm going to be adding, because this is the highest layer, I'm going to be adding my pop dots here. Yeah, that will be fine. To add this one here. Okay. So that's giving my card some nice dimensions. And then just the twine, I am going to be adding it at the back. On second thought, I would like to add it just to give the illusions that, you know, these are actually hanging on a piece of string. Then let me try something here. I would add this to the back of this card. Just gonna pull it up and I would add it to the back. So let's cut some of this string here. Yeah, I like this better. On this string, and then this goes to the back of the card. And just make sure if you need to add more glue there, which I think I do, and then just put it back. So there you have it. A card with a lot of dimensions, and I'm glad that I was debating, you know, where to place things on the card. So hopefully, you know, this has been a learning curve. Just as it was a learning curve for me, it's been a learning curve for you as well. Sometimes, you know, you plan things ahead and it doesn't work, and you have to visually see the process to kind of like make a decision how you want your layout to be. I'm very happy with this one. It's got this going on here, and you know, on this side of the card, on my left one, and then I have this big bow going on the right, so kind of like to balance the whole layout. So here's today's card, and finally, as you could have guessed, I am not going to add this here because it just doesn't go with the flow and it's too much. So this goes back on my sticker sheets. So this is my card for today. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial, and as usual, give it a thumbs up or share, and if you have any more requests, please leave them in the comment section below. I will upload a tutorial on this channel every Sunday, so come back and check it out next Sunday. Until then, bye. Come back and check it out on next Sunday. Have a great week ahead, and see you in my next video. Bye.